Packer and Durham in the house. Hey, everybody. It's me, Packer.
And me, Durham.
Hey, coming in a little spicy at the top here.
Spicy.
A spicy meatball.
Joey?
Somebody stop me.
How the heck are you?
Oh, I thought myself having a good time. I did see myself having a good time.
That's great, but enough of all of this, because we have something very important to bring up.
Yes.
It's the beginning of March.
It's gonna be March.
And, by the way, March has commonly been March has commonly been the month of the blank. Mm-hmm. I think it's usually March when we do it. Maybe it's April. I don't know. I didn't check.
Well, Landon texted me and said, well, it is the month of the blank month.
Yeah.
And I just said, I was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it. He could be lying to me.
I could have looked it up.
How did these antibacterial wipes get cheaper since last time I was here?
So, of course, it is the month of the guest.
Mm-hmm. Soprazzi.
Hey.
Soprazzi.
So
I forgot to say Soprazzi at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Say it. Go ahead.
Amore, I have to tell you something. Soprazzi.
So, of course, without further ado, I guess we should just ado it, like Nike.
What are your favorite songs about March or marching? Seven is
Death March. Something about a Death March.
I'm thinking of Seven Nation Army.
Black Parade.
Because armies march. Maybe we can see if our guest can sing us a little.
Maybe we shouldn't even be talking about armies and stuff right now, considering
who won the Super Bowl?
That you have. Hey, here's something. Where did the king keep his armies?
Where did the king keep his armies?
In his sleeveys.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, our guest is here.
Hello, people. I just got home and there is a zebra in my TV room.
Okay, so now we will have to put that up online on the social media so that everyone can see what the hell he's talking about.
It's a real zebra.
Yes, Landon, you might have heard earlier in the show, was a little bit taken aback because he received a text message that frankly blew us out of the water onto our asses.
Yes, my ass is full of water right now. Mm-hmm. Matt, how about yours?
It's like a straight-up anima filmed like a zebra.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
You get it.
And hey, speaking of the Batman coming out, what's your favorite line from the 1989 Batman? Mine is,
Ooh.
"This town needs an enema."
I'm going to defer you to that one. You stick to that one.
Okay, I will stick it up there. Matt, of course, we had you on the show last year. Everyone, it's much heralded as...
It's been a whole year already? It seemed like it was the other day.
Yeah, just a year.
One day.
Oh, 1 day, 1 year, 1 day.
Well, it's been 1 year and 1 day. Yeah, we're sorry.
Everyone comes up to us, they say, Mr. Boy and Mr. Guy, what's your favorite episode that you ever did of the show?
Mr. Guy.
And
it's pretty awesome. I mean, how many times you get like a real life funeral personality? Never.
Right, exactly. Well, that's the thing. As you remember last time, we asked you, Nye, about the ins and outs of the funeral parlor that you run.
Nye. Good.
So, of course, we want to get into that today. But first, Joey?
We're going to get into it, but first, Landon.
I have to ask you how excited about... Actually, first I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that final James Bond Daniel Craig film? Did you see it?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
I did see it. I loved it so much, I bought the watch.
Hey!
He saw it, he loved it, he bought the watch. Ladies and gentlemen, if that isn't a tale as old as time, I don't know what is.
I loved it so much that I bought Blue is the Warmest Color on Blu-ray.
But the reason I bought it, because it was No Time to Die. Funeral specific. No Time to Die.
Right. Okay, so I can see you're going to
It's
really
a permanent
be pushing
watch.
the funeral
I will
thing.
always have this one. Yeah, the funeral people love No Time to Die. Basically, everybody in the movie theater was funeral people. Couldn't get enough.
Wow.
Did you set that up? Was it like a special showing where you brought all your friends from the funeral business?
No. I basically reached out to my friend, Mr. Craig, and said, "This is a perfect title. If you do this well, I'll buy the watch."
And he said, "You've got it."
It worked. It worked out like clockwork.
Hey, like clockwork. That's great. So is that the Omega C?
Yeah, the Omega No Time to Die. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Wow. Did you put the posters up in the funeral home? The No Time to Die posters?
Just in the bathrooms, females,
Sure.
ladies' bathroom.
Okay. Weird.
What do you got?
It's probably it's the neutral bathroom that no one goes in.
There it
There
is.
it is.
And that's why we asked you on to get your take on all this culture war. What do you think of the blues and the greens turning into purples? You know what I'm talking about? And don't ask me about the greens and the purples. So you liked No Time to Die. Did you think it was a fitting swan song for Daniel Craig?
If that was the end of it, I was happy. Yeah, I didn't really watch the other ones.
What?
But I didn't.
So you loved just this one movie so much that you went.
I came out of a long retirement of 007 to watch the end because
So you're kind of like James Bond himself, aren't you, Matt?
I'm bookended. Yeah, beginning and end. I don't know what happened between. That's fine.
So
yes,
you saw Dr. No when you were about 17 when it came out.
Octopussy was pretty strong.
Okay, we're going to have to bleep that, Landon.
No, God.
We're going to have to bleep the name of that movie, Landon.
It's just the lady's name.
Octo.
Okay, so let's
Pussy.
ask you this. Who's your Bond? Hey, who's your Bond?
I don't know. I think it might be.
We're not asking in the Viking way where it's like, my blood is my bond, brother.
Yeah, no, I got that. I don't know. I think Pierce Brosnan was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan.
You know, usually people at your age always say Pierce Brosnan sucked. You know, 20-year-olds.
Well, we don't know exactly how old I am, but I'm a lot younger than I look.
I said 20-year-olds.
That's right. Yeah, millennials. Millennial lover.
Pierced brows, man.
Brows, man.
That's something.
Is he still alive?
You couldn't.
I couldn't figure that. Like,
his whole family is dead, though. Look it up. It's sad.
007 was that.
That's true. You should have been there.
He killed all of his family, and because he's the last remaining.
No, a rare
Brosnan.
blood disease did. Nothing
Ew.
to joke about, man.
Sorry. Well, it depends.
Well,
sorry.
it depends.
It depends. Hey, you
If
should
they
have
live
been there. You
locally,
could
I'm
have.
happy, but if they don't, sorry.
I was gonna say you could have buried all the Brosnans.
Maybe we did.
Wow.
Have Body Will Travel. That's a movie.
That's my favorite Bond.
My bed is kind of is. There are. Hold on, I got
Hold
this.
on.
My bed is kind of like a burial ground for Brosnan.
I saw a bed the other day on Instagram that was shaped like a rocker.
Holy
like you
shit.
could rock in it. It would rock you to sleep.
It was shaped like a rocker.
It was like this
Like
weird bed thing that
Rainn
was on
Wilson?
rocking thing, and it was from
trying to think of his
Sweden.
name.
It was interesting.
Oh, from Sweden.
Well, Sweden's only got the best, and you should know. I mean, you probably get a lot of stuff from Sweden, like caskets.
We get caskets that are ergonomically correct, made in Sweden. They're literally designed to fit to body to like a complete mold, almost like Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back.
Do they come with a remote?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, I find with the Swedish caskets, you know, the directions are always so hard to follow. And, you know, after a while, you're like, I'm an adult. Why don't I just buy something a little more expensive and better built?
I think if IKEA started making caskets, the rest of the world would just be done with funeral homes. They would just go there and get their caskets.
Yeah.
And they would double as like a coffee table.
And they'd be called like Uchker.
Yes. Ungarked.
Ungarked in walnut.
So, Matt, we had to have you on the show.
We just had to.
And we wanted to ask you, what the hell's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on this week? You got a fun week ahead of you?
Yeah, I'd say we do. I've got.
Okay.
I was lucky enough that I tore my bicep muscle over the weekend.
Wow, I've never been that lucky.
Unfuneral related and
could be if you tear it bad enough.
it's affecting my life, but you know, that's a fun week facing the abyss of what your life is and what it will be, because it's just it's not going to get any better. I mean, basically, they told me once the surgery's done, I'm going to go to like a convalescent home for like 3 weeks, and I'm going to spend like time there just checking out future prospects. It's going to be weird.
Is it kind of like that scene in Rush Hour 2 where he's picking out his prospects?
I think it's like a day trip, work trip, field trip. I'm going field trip. I'm going to a convalescent home, checking out people that could be future candidates at the work thing.
I was going to say, I feel, you know, you're an enterprising man. We know about that, and we can get into that in a minute. But you hear about this and you think, doesn't your brain light up with ideas like, I need to add a wing to my building where pre-dead people can come and just live
the
here?
Best way. I mean, yeah, there's community livings, and what better way than just go from surgery, rehab, convalescent, funeral home.
Boom, boom, boom. Everything. One-stop shop, as they say.
Yeah, and throw them along. I mean, in the middle it has like a pudding bar.
It's kind of like a Portillo's.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, just get whatever you need to get. Go sit over here. Move over to the smoking section. The elder section.
Eat too much.
Eat too.
These Italian beef places, I'm eating too much.
I'm getting too much Euro meat. It's like
the bread's wet.
Well, then you got to wash it down with a cake shake, and then guess what?
That is such a complex thing to order, like an Italian beef for not being from. When you go there, like, do you want it dry, it wet? I'm like, I feel violated for even ordering.
Yeah, I
food.
pull at my necktie. I'm like,
just give me whatever you put in the bun. Thank you. You want some sausage to go? No, I'm good.
Yeah. So, what made you become a freak and want to kill people? Is that what you do?
After a while, after so many people I killed, I had to like get rid of them.
Yes.
You know, the cooler is full. The ditches aren't deep enough. I need to figure out places to go. So I kind of went back to the old school way. I got a degree.
What?
I went to like
you went to one of those liberal safe havens for you to get in your closet and have a safe space.
Stuff. Yeah, we ran naked through the quad, and then we basically went.
That's what I said.
Over to whatever he said. So then I got into it because it was easier to like cover up mistakes and bury the mistakes, and
right.
Yeah, you're like a modern day Jack the Whippo.
Well, 25 years later, I'm still doing funeral things. It's amazing. In spite of itself, it's still going.
Still going strong.
You thought it would kind of dry up, almost like
I thought people would eventually quit dying, but they just don't.
No,
it's
like, kind
this
of
is like a thing.
It's, you know what they say when you know what they say when you have a job that's never gonna go out? What do they say when that happens? I'm asking.
It's smart, eternal. I don't know.
Eternal.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about one of your other ventures that's still in the same realm of the underrealm?
Underrealm.
We're kind of like the modern day Jay Leno, aren't we, Matt? We kind of find our way in there, and we go, "Hey, let me look at your." Yeah, hey, I'm in the closet trying to see if it's gonna be me or Dave. He's gonna meet me at Dave out there. I'm in the closet of someone's bedroom. Oh, she's taking her shirt off. I'm gonna see her pierced bras, man. Right, Matt?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was exactly. I might have used a different tone, but it was exactly. I mean, you pretty much nailed that one.
Thank you.
That. You're welcome.
Tone.
Literally
I
nailed
like
it.
tones. My favorite's probably the cumin. I like the pumpkin pie spice tones. I like the celery salt that they make.
Tones is a pretty underrated company. I mean, they're making a lot of interesting stuff. So how do they is there like a test lab that says find the newest spices for tones? Like,
right. They have a whiteboard that says it says coriander ?
Wow, coriander, Asian coriander?
Right. They say Chinese 5 spice, and next to it says ...
We did
6
that
spice.
in '84, Billy.
Yeah. Billy, you dumb asshole.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they should like a whole X-rated scent spice thing. That'd be really dynamic.
Yeah, that'd be Billy,
why don't you go shove your head down the toilet?
This smells like.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, what is this? No. I'm sure it's a kid channel. I won't even go there. No.
Whoa. What's a kid's channel? I'm trying to think. I can't even think of one. I'm just such an adult.
Adulting.
Yeah, we're
actually pretty hard at adulting right now, and we are trying to be better at that and just living our best life. And we're not living #dad life or #mom life, but we are adulting, and we are just kind of trying to seize the day and carpe diem tacos and.
Hey, Matt, can I ask you?
Namasteing in bed.
What's it like to live that #grind life?
Me?
Who else? Do you think Joey's doing the #grind life? Look at him. He's a loser.
He's writing the hashtag and expecting people to subscribe to his weird hashtag newsletter of menus. I mean, I get it, but
God, you got me right on the dot.
#got him, #D's nuts. So tell us, Matt, you go to school. Where do you go to school to learn how to just dig a hole in the ground?
Well, the nearest one I could find was in Chicago, the home of Portillo's.
Yes.
So it worked out well. So I did that. And
was the place called Your Ass or a Hole in the Ground?
It was, but it had university at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the matter you
of...
Or tech school, tech college. I think it was tech college at the time.
Gotcha.
You of tech college.
Bunch of people wearing white trainee hats that said ditch digger on them.
No, but seriously, and I don't want to diminish your occupation at all. That's not what we're about here at lunch break.
This is a serious show. I know you came here to goof around.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, oh, so this is not like an expose? Ready? Keep going.
We'll get into your old tweets in a minute.
Tell us about the frat house you lived in. You pushed someone down the stairs and you punched their Achilles tendon and you threw them on the roof. And then you
do realize I've got a rabid zebra in my basement right now.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I mean, that's real. You can't make that stuff up. So the people that work in the funeral business acquire pets, pythons, wild zebras,
why is
lemurs.
that?
What's that?
Why is that?
Because you run across some interesting people, and when the people don't have anybody to succeed, and you just acquire, I'll trade you this rabid zebra for the funeral. Okay.
For the funeral. So you're like,
funeral.
I've got Jeff's funeral tomorrow. They're like, I want Jeff's funeral. I'll give you a rabid zebra for it.
I didn't pay. I don't want to be like Pawn Stars. I want to be like...
Unless it's an old sign.
Hey, guys, I hate to interrupt, but I have to tell you about the time I came across an interesting peephole. It was at this hotel, and I walked up to the window. Well, actually, it was a painting.
Oh, okay.
I looked behind the painting, and there was an interesting peephole.
The eyes were moving, but the painting was not.
I look into the peephole.
What'd you see?
Guy screwing.
A guy screwing somebody in the back of a car?
No, it was a other hotel room.
Oh, the other hotel is like
Yeah.
the one portal.
I was gonna say Dodge Durango.
Well, truth be told, I owned the hotel, and I made a little
a little hallway for you to walk
little
down.
hallway above.
Look into each room.
So,
Man, that would be like definitely odd to like make
Sure.
it like toilet level.
toilet level.
I'd probably make it. Yeah, I think I'd have to go toilet level if I'm gonna make a peephole into someone's hotel room. If you say, "Should we make it eye level?" I'm like, "What are you, nuts?"
yeah,
I don't want to see you. I want to see your stuff. I don't want to see
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And especially only when you're using the.
If we're
turlet.
making eye contact, it's totally weird. If I'm looking at you, I can't see you.
right.
That's deep. Is that why they let you dig the holes? Because you know how to get deep? No, seriously.
Some things you can never. I mean, there's a code and a pact among like ditch diggers and body barriers. We don't discuss some things.
Sure.
Wow, you're like the Magician's Guild.
Yes.
Just trying to be taken seriously.
Yeah, just try.
They're like, we get it. It's a shovel. You're like, no, you don't understand. It's actually a big shovel.
Yeah, body here, gone. Look at me, disappeared. You're welcome.
Abracadabra.
Well, you don't want to put these colleges out of business. You said you went to Portillo's University. You don't want them to go out of business.
No, I don't. I want everybody to have the fair chance to be a funeral person and dig
Thank
holes
you.
and bury people.
Thank you.
Because it's a glamorous lifestyle. Thank you. At 6 a.m. on PBS in the morning on Sundays, I want to listen to that one.
Wow.
America.
America. Hey, speaking of America,
Hashtag America. Hashtag these nuts.
do you think that America is the greatest nation on earth?
I think it's fine. I know nothing about politics or
Thank
religion,
you.
so
You're brave. You're brave enough to speak your mind in that way, and we thank you.
I did.
We-
I literally lost half of your audience by not knowing anything about like religion or
Yes.
politics.
That's the thing. Most of our audience, if you say I don't know much about religion, they just click and you just hear a dial tone on the other end of the podcast.
That's right. Because, and you know this because you are a longtime listener, we like to get into the Bible. We like to sing the Bible songs, the Bible. Yes, that's the book for me.
Whole world in his hands.
Hymns. And we love to talk politics. We kind of mix it up. And of course, this week was such a devastating week for SNL. They didn't get to do a cold open that was politically charged. They instead had to have some choir. I don't know.
Now SNL is doing songs. SNL is doing. It's me, Donald Jr. The guys have never had a president on the show. It's always Donald Jr. Never. Thank you, Eric. The guys are always talking about how there's no cold open on SNL. It's because the show's gone soft. Isn't that correct, Matt? Matt,
Concur.
what are you
Concur.
drinking? What are you drinking over there?
I am drinking a
Zebra
little
milk?
bit of, I don't know if it might be Redbreast 15.
Huh?
Yeah.
Matt,
Red
whatever you
Breast.
just said, I love it. I love red
love
breast. Thank you.
Remember that time there's a picture of Putin on his horse shirtless? Those are a pair of red breasts.
That's what you're drinking out of.
Think
That
about
was
that.
pretty good. I give you that one. That played
Yes,
well.
Yes, Landon, I gotta be honest.
Played.
That's 1 point for you. Put it on your little mini golf
That
score
played. Yeah, that was on your
with your tiny ass pencil.
pod. Yeah, tiny pencil thing.
You don't want to know how I
podcast.
sneak those pencils into prison.
I can imagine.
Pee hole.
Pee hole. Backwards. Racer first. Awkward.
So I can still write with it.
Hey, guys, let's be honest. There's no eraser on those mini pencils.
No, it's just a flat end.
That's why you have to be meticulous when you're writing down the scores.
I said I got it in 4, and it's like scratch.
And then the whole rest of the thing is off after that because then you have to start writing outside the lines. Anyway, we don't have time to get into
We're
this.
sorry that came up. We know that you are more of a funeral director and less of a Golf Matul.
True, and I'm not too versed on prison etiquette on
No.
like absorbing pencils into pee holes.
Well,
yet.
why
I
would
haven't
you?
gotten
Because
on
the
that.
death you deal in is legal, apparently.
I'm shoving pencils in wherever they go. I don't care.
Matt, is it okay if this is heard by people?
As long as it's not like by people that matter. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank God. Our listener
I mean, like
base is-
friends, family, like your 3 friends and 2 family. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
You're pretty
Rosin's
close.
family, send it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
do
he's good because just him and him because the blood thing. You know,
Right.
they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Matt, what happens when we die?
So, are you worried, sad, or excited? Which one do you want to know?
I think it's a little bit of all.
If you died tomorrow,
I'm titillated.
I'm going to be a little bit sad because there'll be a void of like getting things done at work.
Well, yeah.
I'll be happy because there'll be less BS to getting things done at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what will happen with your dark views on the world. That's not for me to
Right.
figure out.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean
just-
they kind of go to the grave with me. It's sort of it all
Right.
gets locked in Davy Jones' locker, so to
No.
speak.
So, right. So I'm just here to help. I don't judge. I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
End all
So,
being, because I do what I do because I care.
yeah. And we,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
It
No,
is.
I want to have a Colbert moment with you. I want to, we did the Jay Leno thing where we segued into your thing and you got to talk about it and you got to shill your little businesses. And we did do that, right? You told us all about it.
We missed all that part because what I'm doing top level is so amazing. No one wants to know about all the other weird layers that are just irrelevant.
Yeah. When you're giving top, it's the best.
Right.
So let's have a Colbert moment where I bring up religion again.
Drinking that ice, Colbert.
Oh my God. We're back at it. Go.
You really don't think there's a stinking big man up there telling us all what to do? And you really don't believe that there's a stinking big man down there who's
Telling-
trying to get us to do bad?
Naughty stuff.
Nasty stuff.
Boy. I don't know which one I want to go with.
We could
They're
also
both.
we could also do
They're
the
both
Colbert
there.
thing where we just talk about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about that. It's
Who
just
do you,
like keep
so,
it like
who are you? Are you a...
Are you a Mordor or are you a Smeagol?
And no, those aren't IKEA brands.
Are you a Mordor or are you a Smeagol?
I think the first one.
You're a Mordor.
Are you excited for the Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings show?
I didn't know it was coming out, but until now, this was good.
Okay, well, yeah, that's...
Landon's making it.
Yeah. It's
Well, that's good to know.
it's one of the biggest budgets for a TV series ever.
He said your lack of religiosity has forced him into making a show that
Religiosity.
The
How do you spell that? It's like CITY.
it's like religious, but it's spelled a little more funny.
Oh, all right. More funny.
Get it?
Okay,
So
Matt,
I mean, this is the second time in like the 10 years of
Our
the
podcast.
podcast where I was like a guest.
Yeah.
yeah, you could say that.
I don't get why it's like a 3-person podcast.
Well, it's not.
I don't get why it's not. I mean, I don't get
What do
why
you
it's
mean?
not.
Oh, you want to be on every week is what you're saying.
I have nothing else to do. Yes, I mean, this is pretty much the excitement of my
I mean, that's kind of why we do it.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Um,
Unless it's like
Well, of
all time, just time. There's no time. So today's Tuesday, right?
Well, actually, today is, of course, Wednesday, wink, and it is lunchtime, wink,
Wink.
wink. And
That's what I thought. So
Yeah,
I'm on
see.
Wednesdays every Wednesday.
yes, at lunchtime.
Wink.
and because the
Ugh.
show is live.
Yes, and it's like better on the phone than on the camera
Thank you.
Thank you, and we are not on
because
camera.
now I'm the talking zebra in my basement.
Speaking of talking zebras, talking involves podcasts, but what we also like to talk about is spudcasts, which is where we talk about what your favorite way to prepare a potato is. So go.
17 pokes with the fork.
Whoa, okay, you're getting specific on us.
17. 3.5 minutes. Rip that bitch in the middle.
Whoa!
Sour cream, butter, bacon bits. You're welcome.
Hey, man.
3.5 minutes. What?
What? Of poking it 17 times?
That's meticulous. You said you. I mean, that sounds a little like there's some sort of. I don't know. That seems kind of like you got some ritual set up. You're like,
It's cloak and dagger. I'm looking at the manual and I'm hybriding it because I learned that stuff at Portillo's. I cook the hot dogs, but this is like the potato.
The potato of hot dogs. I get it.
Yes, so
that's Chicago, baby.
That's what we do.
We did have one fan question come in from Twitter that we have to ask before we let you go.
Twitter.
If that's all right.
The Twatterverse. Ready?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Can we ask you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Can you meticulously explain the entire embalming process?
So from point A to point B, all the way through?
Meticulously.
Meticulously.
Yes, please.
I can.
Then this is from @Humperdink for life.
I can. Thank you, Humperdinck.
Okay.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I guess that answers it.
Yes, I can.
Great.
Wow, thank you so much.
Well, Matt, is there any other burning things on you?
Probably not a burning bush. The way
Yeah.
you've been talking to us.
No. I've got nothing else. I mean, it was nice. I came back into the world of the wonderful podcast.
So
I'm still wondering, back to the Pee Wee Herman days and his wonderful weekend.
You're still
Warrior
thinking about
show.
that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because the guy was a genius, but misunderstood.
I'm a genius.
It's me, Pee Wee Herman.
So are you
So
are you saying
I
that
think
that's kind of our vibe?
The two-person pod spudcast could always have a third wheel.
So you're Pee-wee.
You want to be our third is what you're asking.
Maybe third ever. Yes.
Classic unicorn behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, not first or second, but third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Sloppy thirds.
after you said that thing about giving top, I guess we can think about it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I would say continue on as you continue on. If you want to bring me back every week, every year in a week.
How
up
often
to
do you
you.
think we do this? We do it every week.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, success is driven from when you bring me back or when you do what you do and then I just come back. I mean, it's fine. I don't care. I'm here to help, but you guys just live your life.
Right. Well, and we are here to help you as well because, of course, as a struggling businessman, we do want to give you the platform to plug all of your...
I have seen a very big uptick tonight on people checking out my funeral home Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and they're very confused on why there's a zebra in my basement.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure. Do you want... so you're okay with us using your name?
I think so.
He really does think so.
He really does.
I think so. Yes, I'm a real person. I don't think we talked about anything that was
You are, and that's why we like you.
legitimate or legal or even fun. No.
You don't pull punches. You kind of lay it out on the table like you are putting
Open
sushi
book.
on someone at a fancy businessman's dinner, where it's like, I'm going to get the one that's on the ta-ta.
Have you ever been to a fancy businessman dinner?
Yes.
See, this is why we need to
This
talk
is
to you
crazy.
because
I went all by myself, and I enjoyed it.
Wow.
It was a very nice night.
Was there the sushi lady?
I think though that there are people that
You're
I
changing
do
the
know.
subject.
Yeah.
No.
like, actually,
I told my
when you play
wife I was going to
Frisbee-
be on. I told my wife I was going to be in a podcast. Do not listen because there could be some incriminating things on my business dinner.
Yeah.
Where the sushi lady and I
Had a California roll, if you know what I
we
mean.
ate
Doing,
we
doing,
ate
doing.
stuff.
Yep.
I ate stuff. She served things. I ate it.
Yep.
And it's totally awkward.
We get real on here. We tell our significant O's all the time. Please do not listen. And they said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're like, what? We're still married to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
what
said,
the hell?
yeah, they say, oh, you guys are
still
still
here?
doing that?
You're
Yes.
still here? Oh my god! And they're thinking, please make sure all these podcasts are burned before we have Children of the Apocalypse or the Corn.
Right.
God, Children of the Apocalypse. That makes me shudder. Shudder to think if
What about
us-
Children of the Corn? Seriously, that'd be weird.
Hey, Children of Corn, man, that's scary.
Hey, you know what a good Children of the Corn is? A little butter, a little salt. That's good. Hey, I'm a corn-fed bitch. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I guess I'll
okay.
agree on that one for you. Yeah, that's
We like to just make sure
you got
all
me
our...
there, bro.
Yeah,
you got
thanks
me,
you, bro.
Matt, do you want to talk about anything else?
No, this has been thoroughly enlightening. I didn't know I was going to talk about all these cool things that unveiled everything that I do as a funeral person.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, sure, everybody knows now exactly what I do
Yeah.
and how I do it
Now we know that.
and why I do it because
Exactly.
literally at the end of the day, I care. They got that.
That came
you
through.
You could have stopped there and we would have turned
That's
the
the
recorder
topic.
off.
The topic should be right now. Matt Linn cares.
Yes. And again, he's talking about top.
And
And
Marley
the
Matlin,
zebra
that
is waiting for
actor.
dinner.
okay, all right. Well, then you should go before it mauls your face off and
Well, does zebras eat like meat?
There was I talked to a zebra once that had the voice
there a
of
zebra
Frankie
mauling?
Muniz.
Talk to a zebra.
Hey, you know what'd be cool? A zebra mall. Like, I'm gonna buy this one and this one and this one. And you could take it to Claire's and get its brows pierced.
Nin.
Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks,
We're gonna
Matt.
hang up on you now. It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks.
See you tomorrow. Wow. So much strength in one person cannot be exemplified solely through audio. So if any of you ever have the chance to visit Matt's funeral home, you can go to mattsfuneralhome.com because I'm still not sure we should say the real name
Right.
of the place of any of his businesses.
I know he's not worried, but I'm worried for him.
I've told him before the first time he was on the show. I kept bringing up the fact, I said, people do listen to this show and we just make fun of stuff.
Right.
And I gave him the same speech we had to give our listeners a few weeks ago because of all the bad reviews we get. I said, we make fun of stuff we like.
Yeah.
If we don't like it, we'll make fun of it. And if we do like it, we will make fun of it. And some stuff we don't like, we will stand up for.
Exactly.
And he was like, yeah, man, whatever. Gotta watch. And
Yeah. Well, so look, and we shan't speak ill of the dead.
and if any business you should own, this might not be the podcast to come on if you have his specific business. But as he says, he keeps it 100. That's in his words.
He keeps it 100, and as we all know, that don't crack.
I forgot to ask him who buries the funeral director. It's like the mailman's mail thing.
Should I call him back?
Yeah.
Next year. Next year.
Next year we'll do once a year with old Matt because this is the year. Oh no, it's not. This is the month of the character. No wait, God.
Month of the guest.
Sorry, I was about to say the year of the character, and everyone that was listening was about to go, okay, that was fun. Bye.
I'm not going to be listening to the show anymore.
Hey, Lori, you can't be here. It's the month of the guest.
Sorry.
Lori. So we did that. Mm-hmm. Great. And do let us know,
We
everyone.
smashed it. I like a smash burger.
Yeah.
Do let us know.
Do let us know if you do like that.
Do let us know. Do let us know. We maybe not want to sing them right now.
Yeah, not
who
right
know?
now.
Who wonder? I wonder what side they're on.
Well, I don't know. Well, honestly, once you've seen the pictures of the Ukrainian army having cats in their photos, how can you be on anyone else's side?
Landon, you've said it best, and I will say the rest. For he's a jolly good fellow. I'm singing about Matt. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Go to mattsfuneralhome.com. By the way, I'm just going to take off the shroud. I'm going to take off the uncircumcised sheath of the character of Joey right now and just say this.
Thank you.
That guy is a real funeral director. And he is on our show for what?
Dude, inform the people. It's an interesting job. That's what the show should be. We have lunch break with people in fun jobs.
They use their lunch break to sit down with us and just idiot.
That's a great idea.
We've been doing this show for 5, as this guy said, 10 years.
10 years. 10 years we've been doing this.
That's the idea.
And we keep thinking, how can we make this more interesting for people to actually want to listen to? Because surely by now, listening to us two ramble on and on.
Lunch on the job. We have lunch.
We have lunch with someone interesting.
And just talk about their job.
Talk about their job.
On their lunch break.
And
maybe
don't
we
let them get a word in edgewise.
No.
Make fun of what they do. Make fun of them as a person. Make fun of us as people.
Mock their beliefs.
Hang up on them.
Landon, I love doing this show with you.
Me too.
This is the Simply the Breast. That should be like a KFC commercial.
Yes.
Where someone's like, what would you like in your bucket? And the guy's trying to say it, and he goes, Simply the Breast. And his hair's blowing back, and there's music, and he's like, I'm not sure why I said it that way. I'm just trying to order Simply the Breast. And it's like, KFC new Simply the Breast bucket. It's all breast, baby. And then the twins are like, huh? And it's like, and the twins.
And then you cut to Paris Hilton on the car eating the Carl's Jr. burger.
Yeah. God, I could watch. Hey, you know what? That voice she does, it's actually just a voice.
It's actually fake. So,
listen to my new podcast.
That's Joey saying that.
Did you bring food?
Didn't you?
Yes.
But should we do mine?
Mine, well, here's what I brought. And we'll do this.
Okay, but yeah, this will be fun.
Landon, I brought up something on the
Last
show.
week. You're going to tear this whole enterprise down.
And I'll tear this whole enterprise down with me. As your Picard, I must say, Picard play hard. We will not be making a new season. We talked about last week how they made the Bombas puffed peanut and corn snacks that are now dipped in dark chocolate. Remember that?
I want those.
Well, you can also see that Landon brought a sweet treat. So these are going to go back in the bag.
Really?
And what I brought was, we're actually going to try something else. If you thought we were going to you thought we were going to do the Bombas, you got another thing. Gum doom doom gum doom doom gum doom
Gum doom choom gum doom doom choom gum doom doom gum doom doom choom.
chew. Oh, the Bazooka Joe bubble gum. What's that from? Uncharted. This is called Pop Daddy Pretzels.
Daddy?
Usually a Pop Daddy, you'd think that this is like a dirty old man make popcorn. Well, this dirty old man make pretzels. And their logo is a D.
Yeah. I like
There's a lot of words on here on this packaging.
That has a BD energy.
That's like where you went to school most of the time.
Yeah.
Made with a big heart. Smoked Gouda pretzel sticks.
Oh, give me them sticks.
Hand seasoned in small batches. Made with flavor so bold, it's lip smacking, finger licking, goodness and crunch.
Don't let Pop Daddy write the stuff on the bag.
Made in Michigan.
Great.
How do we fit so much flavor in one bag? I would assume the answer is like we put a bunch of gross ass seasoning on it.
Yeah.
These are bold snacks made with big heart. They're letting you know again.
Bold snacks, big heart.
Just give me one.
Oh yeah, that's smoked Gouda if I've ever sniffed. Landon's eyes just rolled back in his head and 2 sevens came up.
Yeah.
Come here.
I'm going to get a couple.
Yeah, he's going in for more than one. These are smaller than your, what's that lady's name? Ringworm? What's her name?
Sarah Squirm.
Yeah. She Who Yells. What's their name? The pretzel brand that everyone can't get enough of right now.
Snyder's of Hanover. Oh, Dottie's.
Thank you.
Is that what it's called?
I'm mad at you. I don't even remember the name of it. Yeah, Dottie's.
Is it?
John Dottie. I make pretzels.
I'm Italian.
Okay, these are good.
Yeah. They're thinner
They're thinner, but they
than the Dottie.
taste great.
But whatever this is on them, let me look at the ingredients. Pretzels, smoked Gouda. That's it.
Really?
No. Gotcha.
I have an owie in my mouth, and these hurt it, but it still tastes good.
That's how you know it's good. I think it's
And
all
yes,
the sodium.
I said I have an owie in my mouth. You
He said he has an owie in his Maui, but he made me cut it, and then he edited himself back in saying mouth. Sorry, muff.
So, write to your senators.
At what point do we say, hey, Mencia, we caught you. You stole the jokes from other people. We caught you. You can do stand-up again.
Hey, I
just
think
know
that
that you're
already
under a
happened.
microscope.
That already happened.
Again, Dane Cook, we know you famously stole other people's jokes. It's okay. You can come back and do comedy. He hasn't done comedy since this happened. Louis C.K., you made a mistake. You can come back and do it. You're not going to sell out.
And isn't it so funny that he was stuck in Ukraine when the bombs were going on?
That's so funny.
And it's entirely true, and I'd make sure that I do share it. And those photos of the army with the cats. They have cats, Joe.
I wish it was just him there. Get everyone out. I would happily trade a Louis C.K. for everyone that's there right now.
And I believe that cats being in the army is so cute and funny that it's adorable, and I love it.
And I love war because of it.
I wouldn't be on their side unless it was for the cats.
I have to say something. These cats in the army just make me so happy. I'm so glad this war happened so I could find out about the cats in the army.
I'm sure they love the explosions.
I hate you. If you're listening, I hate you.
Landon, are you directing this at a specific person?
Yep.
Have another Snyder's of Hanover. I said the whole thing.
Someone shared this on Facebook, and it's maddening. You don't have to say anything.
Not helping.
It's not helping anything. And what? It's so ignorant.
Great. If you shared this and you're listening, go to your Facebook, hit delete on your account. Ooh, I just got an extra flavorful one.
Yeah, me too.
Landon,
That is getting good.
I gotta give these a 9.9. Is that crazy?
No, because I'm right there with you.
There are some other flavors. This was $2.99.
Oh, really?
$3.
How much?
Oh,
How much?
you are an idiot. How much? I just told you.
Where? Where you get these?
He said it multiple times. No. How much? This is from a little place you might have seen in the new Kurt Warner book. If you saw the movie about the Rams, about Kurt Warner, you might know of a place called Hy-Vee.
Shop Hy-Vee.
So if you go to Hy-Vee,
where there's a helpful smile,
but
in every eye.
they are made in Michigan, so you can probably get them in Michigan too.
Okay, I'll go there instead.
You know what's crazy? If you go to Jewel, you can probably say, I went to, and all your whole family shops there, you can say, well, we went to our family Jewel. And someone's like, you went to your balls?
You know what's weird?
You could do that.
There's Jewel Osco. There's Osco Drug. There's Osco Jewel.
Jewel Osco.
I saw one.
Yeah.
I saw one a couple weeks ago. Jewel Osco. And I was like, isn't it Osco Jewel or just Osco Drug?
So you had a Bernstein situation.
Was it never?
Jewel and Osco had to bibby. It's kind of like how
we don't need to get into this.
It's kind of like how.
Do you want to have dessert?
Yeah.
Have you ever had these?
Milk bar.
Have you ever had these? The milk bar?
No, and it's a
Cookie?
place, right? It's like a place in LA where all the hoochie mamas go.
Yes. And you can like special order a milk bar cake, and it's like $300, and
Yep.
it's like this big, but it is supposed to be so good.
And now you
Or
can just go
get
to like
cookies.
Yeah, and they have little cold ones too.
They have milk bar bars.
I wasn't sure what they are because at the store they always put them by like the cold protein bars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not a protein bar. Okay, Landon's, and I thank you. He handed me the first milk bar cookie. What is the flavors now's?
Cornflake chocolate chip marshmallow.
Love it. There's cornflakes in here.
Crunchy.
You don't think of putting cornflakes in food.
I certainly don't.
I just feed them to my kids. Daddy, we want food. Here's some cornflakes.
They don't taste like anything. Here's a cup of sugar.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
Ow!
I didn't touch you.
Ow!
Do you get any marshmallow in there?
Yeah, these are good.
Yeah,
These are bomb. These are fire. These are these nuts. Good texture.
Wow. Nice and chewy.
Ow!
0.6.
Holy shit!
I didn't actually like them. Boo. No, 0.7. It's not my favorite cookie. The expectation is
You
not
picked
met.
the flavor.
The expectation is not met. It tastes like all of these. I don't necessarily like all of these flavors. And the milk bar logo makes me think this is going to be the best cookie I've ever had. I'd rather have a Chips Ahoy. Get out of here.
It kind of has the texture and the flavor, like the aftertaste, is that you just ate a Chips Ahoy. And I can tell you for a fact, you freaks that are watching this and salivating on the YouTube, you absolute hound dogs that are listening on your favorite Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I bet you Landon spent as much on this one pack of two cookies, as he could get a whole sleeve of chewy, gooey, chewy Chips Ahoy. False.
Yep. What do you rate it?
0.7. It's still a cookie?
I like it. It's still a good cookie.
What's that cookie place that opened over here? Crunkle?
Crumble?
Crumble. I think it's Crunkle.
Yeah, you're right.
So we should try that.
That's like when you have a crunk uncle. You're just like, that's my crunkle.
I'm having a hard time with what I'm about to say next.
Uh-oh.
So please give me the floor. I think there's Crumble, there is Cookies and Dreams, and there is the ill-fated Insomnia cookie.
Which were good.
These are, yes, they actually turned out to be very good. These are all hot button places. Cookies are the new donuts. Cronuts were an ill-fated.
I never even got one.
No, couldn't find them anywhere. God. But you had donuts. What was before that? Maybe like cupcakes?
Cupcakes,
Yeah,
yeah.
so cupcakes.
Oh, we put jelly in the cupcake. Great. I
Yeah.
hate cupcakes. The ratio's wrong.
What do you like?
Horatio's wrong.
Well,
He is.
but Jimmy Fallon, fine.
I can't say anything.
comment on it. They said you were right there.
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
Had a beer.
Had a beer, it's a boy.
I was going to say it, but Landon beat me to it. So, you've got all these. Now we've moved on to cookies. Cookies are the new thing. I want to buy a cookie from each place, and I want to test them for the nice people, because sometimes you need to go to a cookie place for lunch. Our show is lunch break.
Right.
Or as I said, we should call it lunch on the job. Landon has not responded to that in text or in email form. He doesn't seem to want to do it. I say
No, it's good.
I say
It's
we
good.
just change the name of the show.
Okay, fine.
We talked about this off air, but
Yeah.
I'm bringing it to the viewers.
Yeah. That's fine with me.
I want to buy a cookie from each place, and we need to try each place.
I want to buy
On
a
the
cookie.
flip side of this, I talked to one of my parental figures, and they said, from the way you talk on the show, where all you do is talk about food and how long you sat on the couch and watched a show, it sounds like you're just gaining a lot of weight. And I said, okay. From the outside, it seems like that.
You're not wrong.
But they don't see us running here to do the show.
Exactly.
They don't see us running home. They don't see that I said, hey, the show has a shtick, and we have to shtick to it. And they said, shock it to me.
And then they said, I'm waiting to be impressed.
And I said, by me, your son? And they said, yes. So as much as I want to do that, I also want my parents to know that I'm not completely unhealthy.
Right.
But at the same time, Dublin Mudslide is an ice cream flavor that I had to try.
Hey, buddy, there's something brewing at a place that has a classic Irish treat that we will have to be getting soon.
Yep.
But until then, we have to talk about something else.
I'm shipping up to Boston. Every year.
Every year.
I have to listen to this song. What do we have to talk about?
What did you watch?
I don't know if I watched a movie. Love is Blind. Did we talk about that?
No, we haven't talked about that.
Okay, yeah, it's that show. It's that show. Every season, there's that show that everyone has to watch. I can't believe they're doing this. These people are
Never saw
so stupid. Everyone's watching
Just
it.
saying, never saw it.
Everyone has seen the show. I also finished The Royal Gemstones. I've been watching
Registers.
the After Party. It's kind of the same BS I've been talking about.
You're kind of you're in the TV mode.
Gemstones, it's just one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If you're not watching this, you're dead wrong.
I haven't watched the second season yet, but I am going to, especially now
It's
that
prestige TV.
now that the finale, I'll binge that
And
sucker.
what a beautiful finale. Oh my goodiness.
Really?
Just icing on top of the cupcake. Extra icing on top of the cupcake.
You know I hate the Horatio.
I will take all the ratio. Sans the cupcake. If I could take the ratio sans the cupcake, just the frosting.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Oreo fluff. And what is Oreo fluff but just a less sweet frosting?
With Oreos.
You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Ringy-diggy-ding. Let's bring Matt back on. Did I watch any movies?
I did.
Tell us. Ow! Tell us, baby. Ow!
I watched a little film on Hulu called Dead Asleep. So it's a documentary about a young woman who was murdered by her roommate. A boy roommate?
Is this a real story?
Yes, it's a documentary. I just said it.
And I made the monkey noises. Maybe we should bring Matt back on because he knows all about this stuff.
Oh, I should have asked him. Yeah, next year.
Imagine you book a funeral with this guy and you find out he was on this. Imagine.
Imagine he was on this. It's easy if you do. So Dead Asleep, yeah, it's about a guy who did not successfully, in his trial, show that he killed this girl while he was sleepwalking. But the film sure convinces you of that he did not mean to kill her. He was just sleepwalking and killed her, stabbed her 27 times or something.
Okay.
So, as the internet says, that hashtag unlock new fear unlocked. You know?
I mean, here's the thing, though. Even if he did do it in his sleep, put him in jail.
Well, yeah.
If you've got a Mr. Jekyll, Hunkle Hyde situation, you've got a hunk who's a Hyde, Mr. Jekyll. That's even more dangerous because he can't help it. He's like, I'm gonna go to sleep. You might not wake up.
Yeah.
Put him in jail.
Put him in jail. Well, and he is in jail, and he did get yoked while he was there.
He got yoked?
I'm convinced that going to jail is probably the best thing that could ever happen to you.
Oh, yeah, because you mostly get yoked. Free tattoos.
Yeah. You get to read. They were like, he's reading the Harry Potter series. He's never read it before.
And that's magical.
That's
the
magical.
first time you read that.
Oh, wow.
I'm still reading the first one. You read books now, and you go to school. All these people get degrees in college, and in jail.
And in jail. So I don't know.
You become a minister.
I'm thinking of killing you.
I've been thinking of killing things. That's how movies are named these days.
Enough with it, I say. It's either that or it's like the name of the character.
Yeah, Hillary Nuff. Hillary Nuff. Yeah, just Tom.
Yeah. And then I also watched, of course,
What are
you gonna do with that, you frickin'
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Call it something. Call it something else. Call it anything.
Call it luck. That's
It's the same name. You can't just keep all of these movies.
Scream. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Halloween.
Is it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I think it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The. You drop the, and you have...
They did the Justin Timberlake. Drop the. And then you're Jesse Eisenberg, and you're like, is it cleaner that way? And then he's like, doon, doon, doon. Doon, doon, doon.
The. That's a band.
Drop the. It's much cleaner. Frickin' Facebook. That's how it really happened. You got old Marky Zuckies.
Hey, monkeys, okay.
So it's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
But it's actually a sneakquel.
It's a sneaky sneakquel. And it's also a reboot equal in some ways. Because it's doing the same thing that all these other horror movies are doing. The one survivor is still actually alive, and she thinks that she's the only one that can take down the Leatherman. This movie...
Leave it up to me. He killed all my friends. Wheelchair, Biff, Squint.
Now, I'm not a huge Texas Chainsaw guy. Okay, I haven't...
You guys really need to see Landon's bedroom.
I haven't seen all of them. I've seen a few.
Oh, you haven't seen the Matthew McConaughey one?
Here's what I'll say. The movie sucks. And I know that pisses some people off, and also other people are like, yes, he agrees with me. It does suck. All I'm here to say is there's what? It's the same thing with all these horror movies. Mm-hmm. There's what? 3 good horror movies that are actually like good movies. And the rest are all just like, it's good for a horror movie. It's a good horror movie.
But is it a good schmovie?
So it's there's already that where you have to go like, okay, well, it's good, but it's also bad because it's just a bad movie.
Well, like when I see people online with this movie or the last Halloween movie or the last Scream movie where they're like, it was lame, but the kills were awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, then what are we going for? Because I could just show you a montage of people getting killed. I have Matt's phone number.
Yeah. So it is a lot of that. There's a lot of killing, and if you're into that sort of thing, I'm sure you'd like it. It's thankfully an 80-minute movie, so it's hardly. I mean, it's over before it starts. Although, as we were reaching the third act, as we were watching it, my SO and I were like both almost at the same time said, "This feels longer than most movies." Mm-hmm. It's that painfully bad. But, they're awesome kills, 9 out of 10.
But you also don't want them to change what people like about the movie.
Don't you?
Well,
don't you?
Imagine if Ghostbusters was made into a pot-smoking comedy. That's not what Ghostbusters is about.
Okay. I can't deny that. I can't argue with it. I would like
a
cheeseburger.
Anyway, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I have some big thoughts about some of the big parts of the movie, but
I am excited to watch it because when I rewatched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'd say maybe just a couple of years ago at this point, it's just everything's dirty and gross. It's like a creepy little snuff film where you say, okay, they hit upon what a horror movie should be, even if by accident. Even if you find out that Tobe Hooper is actually kind of a little ding-dong man.
Yeah.
Because Steven Spielberg had to get his grummy little hands in there. He's like, let me direct Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Here's my problem with the movie, and tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
No. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
I play jazz now. I play jazz now. Oh, la-di-da, sweetheart.
The whole world
Is the movie a little
dinosaurs.
too clean? When these horror movies are shot on their digital cameras in their 6K and everything looks like you're on a movie set.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of that, but it's also it has the stink of modern horror, of where you're like, they're trying to be cheeky, they're trying to be a little funny with it, and they're also trying to be so heavy-handed about a certain aspect of the movie, of one of the characters' stories, that is like, see, it's a social commentary too.
She was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
If, Landon,
Yes.
out of all these freaky people's imaginations,
To the point of, can I say real quick, if we never get back to talking about it, to the point of it is embarrassing and honestly inappropriate that they would do this plot. I'm sorry.
I'm excited to see
I'm
this.
sorry. You shouldn't do what they did with that.
Okay. This makes me... I am intrigued.
I might be overstating it, but I honestly feel that way because it's such a very real and horrifying thing. The fact that they I'm just saying, the fact that they made, and then the whole rest of the movie is also like, dude, we're gonna cancel you, to Leatherface. You just want to rip the screen in half.
Oh, I don't want to see this. Just you saying that has changed.
It's bad.
And is it what year is it supposed to be?
This year. It's modern times.
The picture made it look like the picture I saw.
Hey, it's in the town.
I saw a picture.
It's in the town.
Oh, thank God.
And it's old dust.
What do you want me to do? Clap?
It's an old dust town.
That's why, behind the times.
Because the premise is a group of millennial influencers are going to buy the whole town up and make it into a gentrified, like, hipster town, which is already, you've lost me.
This goes to my next point, what I was going to say.
You've already lost me. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. You can't just go buy a whole town.
You are making a parody of
Yes.
culture.
Yes.
Okay, this goes to my next point then. What I was going to say exactly. Out of all the ideas people can like, we're going to reboot this thing. No one at the studio has the foresight that this just isn't a good story. or like the dark story that you could tell with this stuff. The creepy, screwed up, freaky things.
Right.
And these horror films and these fans that are so salacious for the creepiest, deepiest.
They're little salacious
Some of the
crumbs.
This is the story you picked? You're not following any guidelines. The world is your oyster. I eat it with my tongue.
Well, in one way, because they do the same thing that Scream has been doing for eons at this point.
Down, do you down, dang. Do the left, do the left.
And then Halloween did, where the main girl keeps coming back to the town and like whatever.
I love
Whatever,
that.
you know. Already uninspired. And also is like, I know, without having seen some of the Halloweens and without having been brought up in the sick horror culture that Joey was, I knew that Jamie Lee Curtis was Halloween Girl.
He knew it. I even asked him before. I said, "Do you know who Jamie Lee Curtis is?" And he goes, "Yeah, Halloween Girl."
So that's kind
And I
of...
went, okay, we're going to be friends and do karate in the garage and
So,
make a bunk bed and we're going to go on a boat and...
Watch Cops. I was watching Cops. I was watching Cops. But does anyone remember the woman that was in Texas Chainsaw? Is she so iconic?
No, but it's one of those, I think she's a scream queen, where if you go to the convention, you know.
The woman who actually played the character is dead. They recast her.
That's what this is a good point that you bring up.
So you don't have to do that then. I even get it. If you're like, well, Jamie Lee Curtis is sitting right there. Why don't
She's literally sitting there. She's just like, I can't go anywhere else. I had too much.
Activia. So you're like, okay, well, let's reboot the franchise, but we also make it a sequel because she's still alive, she's still an actor, she's still badass and totally cool.
Yes, slaying.
This woman is
fraud.
This woman's gone.
They're all gone. All these people dead.
And then you get into the fact that, okay, so that lady was old enough to be dead.
So what's the point? Because usually the only point to do that is to be like,
See?
there she is.
Exactly. So you don't even get that moment. Even if you did, I would have
Landon
gone completely over my head.
Landon was like, yes.
It's her. It's her.
And your dog was like, actually, she died in Friday for 17.
They give the... I'm not going to spoil everything for you.
Do a new Scooby Doo. Do a Scooby Doo 3.
Yes.
With Matt LeBlanc, Sheryl Crow, Toby Hooper,
And Scrappy Doo.
Do a new Scooby Doo. Do a new Scooby Doo 3. I want to see an old Mr. Bean. I want to see what Freddie Prinze Jr. looks like as Fred now if they kept doing it.
Yeah.
I want to see an older... Well, do you think Scooby Doo would still be alive? Be honest with me. How long ago did Scooby Doo Monsters Unleashed come out?
We might have to call Matt.
Yeah, just call him, see what happens.
Should I?
If he doesn't answer, we can leave a voice message.
What are we going to ask him?
Yellow.
Hey, we just had a really quick question for you.
Am I still like on this podcast, or is this like?
No,
Am I
yeah,
off?
you're still on. I mean, if it makes
It's
you...
still going.
It's still on, but it is
It never
slightly
ends.
off.
Yeah,
Never ends.
if you want to answer a little more uncensored, we'll just say that we're off air. But we were just wondering that because you know so much about death, if they made a new Scooby Doo movie in this day and age, do you think Scooby Doo would still be alive, or would they need to recast him?
Ooh.
Because he does act like a human.
I don't think Scooby Doo ever dies.
Wow.
There you go.
Thanks.
It's like zombie dog. It's like zombie Scooby Dog.
Zombie
He never
Scooby
died.
Dog.
There's like, remember like the small one, like
Scrappy.
Scrappy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrappy, and then like Scooby, and
Sure.
Scooby never aids, and with like cartoon version.
Name
So
another one.
maybe like Scooby hologram. would be fine.
Scooby hologram,
hologram.
and then there's who's his best friend?
Oh, what was that chick? What's her name?
It wasn't me.
No, what was his girlfriend?
Screech. I think it was Dustin Diamond.
No, you're right. No, it was.
Scooby's girlfriend?
Yeah, he had a girlfriend.
So he was like, "Ree," and she was like,
It's like Sheba Scooby or something like that. Look it up.
so it'd be Sheba and Scooby's son would be the new.
Well, no, it's not Sheba. Look it up.
No, we don't have that technology.
We can't do that.
Yes, you do. Do it up. Come on.
We cannot look up Sheba Doo.
Scrappy was like the
I can't.
small one, and then Scooby.
Okay, I'm going to Google with my mouth because this is a podcast. Let me look this up here really quick, and then we'll let you go, we promise. Scooby Doo's girlfriend.
According to Wikipedia, Scooby D. She is seen walking past the screen in 2 separate scenes in the beginning.
So I'm getting some Scooby D trivia here, but her name is indeed Scooby D.
Scooby D.
Scooby D?
Who is Scooby Doo in love with?
She had like perm hair.
Well, she's a little.
She's like a little golden retriever.
She
Yeah,
is.
she
Oh
like
no, wait, that's Amber. Sorry.
The image I'm looking at, she's a white Scooby.
a white female version of Scooby.
Yeah.
I'm getting Roxanne. Well, I'm on Scoobypedia. Turns out Scooby has had a lot of female companions throughout the year.
Well, he's a dog.
As a dog is wont
does.
to do.
Yes.
Or I could go to.
Dogs do dog things.
Let me check on DoCentral.com.
D, Scooby, and Dumb. So there are Scooby D, Scooby. Huh?
Oh, there was a rare version of like Scooby's girlfriend.
A rare version of Scooby's girl. Are you like? Do you have a trading card of her?
I think
You have a holographic Scooby D.
I think.
Maybe a NFT.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.